live. Here we go. Round one, folks. All right, and here we go. We got Miau starting as Marines up in control. We got legendary Snails starting in subsector as aliens. It's going to be a great semifinals matchup.
Oh yeah, we see the first engagement is happening in West Skylands with 3 Skulks working as a group versus Vibrant Rhino. King, you're taking both kills.
Wow,
sir.
and in a flurry of teeth, those poor Miau Marines go down on the other side of the map in topographical. Skipjack, Naduli, and Skug coming through East Junction, trying to head towards Nanogrid, where we see Legendary Snails has already set up.
It looks like they want to have one capper on the east side, which is going to be Skuggen and Skipjack Natalie trying to poke for Nanogrid. But there's tons of ins. Look at that hallway and how fast they're dying.
I just see a wave of orange, but wow, look at these shots that are going off! Skipjack taking down Eagle Eye, Skug taking down Dams, and Skipjack taking down Trollene. Holy cow! What shooting there!
The whole alien team got destroyed in this, and I didn't think the best engagement here. It was actually a nice bait with the 2 Marines. They're all engaging here. They weren't even fully healed by the gorge, and the first Skulks fell pretty easily. I think it was Skipjack taking actually 3 Skulks down by himself.
Yeah, and like switching out with those pistols, with those pistol shots. I mean, after killing that, they moved right into Nanogrid, where now outside Legendary Snails, all of them are outside massing. And they are ready to come in. Here they come!
All 6 aliens, the whole alien team swarming over the Marines. One is down.
Oh my goodness! Naduli the only one left. Wiry coming up. Oh my gosh! Dibs goes down. Heracles has the gorge. Goes down on his way out. What a defense from Miau! Amazing shooting.
They single-handedly killed the whole alien team twice in a row.
Wow.
How often do you see that?
Miau was just like, this is our house. Great job. We see Trollene now in underneath the vents coming in through Nanogrid. And there goes the RTs being dropped. Skipjack coming around the corner in East Junction, shooting Eagle Eye away. Here comes another pounce from this team.
Oh, they know they need to get Nanogrid, and finally, there we go, Marines are down and dying so fast!
Great little skirmish we saw there, that was beautiful engagements.
Okay, so let's see what happened actually in the background. The Marines actually chose a fast phase tech route. The phase gate's already researched, already one build in the base, and we have a cap and pipeline, while the aliens started instantly with cracks and shells. But the problem is losing those 2 harvesters early on definitely was not their plan.
Well, we, you know, as we see here, and I'm going to try to bring you guys, if you guys aren't up to speed on what the changes have been, we're seeing that you see 2 shells have been completed there. Obviously, that tooltip needs to be updated. However, what that means is you need to drop 3 shells now to get the full benefit of Carapace, and it goes in steps from 1, 2, and 3. It's quite expensive, too.
Yes, each costs 20 tiras, so in total you have to spend 60 tiras to get it all up. And it's a heavy investment. You can look at, they want to try, they cannot even drop harvesters now. And problem for them, Nano is also pretty much hard to get now, since the phase gate just went up. Ioro is going for this fast phase gate here in East Junction, just to get control over Nano.
Yeah, this is such a strong phase gate position on this map for the Marines. It gives such a great springboard into Nanogrid. There goes the power in Nano.
Oh, look at sub-axis. There's Skipjack actually killing tons of X alone. But here comes the spawn wave.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be it.
He sees those galloping towards him, and now moving into Nanogrid. We got Raylo and Wiry coming in there, fixing up the power. That phase gate still up in East Junction. Marine moving Skug in the dome outside C12. You guys are seeing more drifters around the map. You should. These little guys actually have quite a big part to play for the aliens now. They build, they shoot enzyme and storm and mucous membrane and all this fun stuff.
Yeah, especially the building is important.
Mm-hmm.
Structures don't build that fast anymore by themselves, so you really need a coach
70%
to there.
speed.
Exactly. So we have a look now on the field, which is Ray, since he's not commanding. Actually, Heracles taking the commanding spot now for Snails. It's completely unusual. Yesterday, Ray was commanding the whole time, and Ray is actually a field player by heart, as is Heracles. So still Snails without a dedicated commander, just switching the sides in the team. But now they have their standard lurk back, which is Ray.
Well, we're seeing now that they have, Miau has established in Nanogrid. In terms of resources, they got 5 RTs down, with 1 being built, and versus just 3 harvesters for the snails, 2 destroyed for each team. So pretty even there, but Miau sucking res a little bit faster and a little bit more than the snails right now. 2 Marines moving from Y Junction, Skug and Raylo with a lurk on their tail. Ray takes down Raylo. Skug is the only one left against a skulk and a lurk, and he ends up going down as well.
Looking at those engagements, I'm really curious why the Skulks are not using the Parasite Bite mechanics, especially when you know the Marines went with fast phase gates. You know they have heavily delayed armor 1, or upgrades in general. That's where Parasites are super powerful. And I didn't see a single Skulk using it before engaging so far.
Got Ray and Dams in Nano. Skug and Skipjack trying to hold their nanogrid expansion.
Yeah. What the aliens need to do, they have to go heavy on res spotting. Force the Marines out of phase gate, maybe finally take down the phase gate. If they can take off the phase gates of the Marines, they will be left behind without delayed upgrades, no control over the map. So they're really relying a lot on this control which East Junction gives them. In order to force them away, you of course need to go on all those extractors first.
Well, now that shotguns are actually out on the field, we're seeing a little bit of a difference here and kind of swing in the Miau's favor. They're still doubling the resource towers that the Snails have. 3 shells now completed for the Snails, so they're getting the full upgrade benefit of Carapace.
Yes, about 7 minutes in the game, quite late, and all of that because they lost Nano early on. It was an aggressive strategy and completely worked out. Look at that, 6 versus 3, as you said. The Marines have such a comfortable time here with that situation they're in right now, facing against just 3 harvesters on Vale.
And now we can see here that an extractor has gone down in pipeline on top of infestation, so that's one of the changes here. Marine structures can be put down on infestation. They do take armor damage over time.
Exactly, it helps, so it can really soften up the structures, just persisting there. Frees up player supply basically, and oh look at that, advanced armory on the way. That is quite early one.
Advanced Armory, which now gives access to advanced weapons, grenade launchers, and flamethrowers. Grenade launchers and flamethrowers do not have to be researched anymore. They just are available once you research an Advanced Armory. As far as the stats on those weapons, the base damage has been increased, but they do not benefit from weapon upgrades.
Exactly. Thinking about the armory, I don't think this will be for fast jetpacks. This can still be, but remind that jetpacks are now much more expensive. The other thought process behind that, flamethrowers are actually quite useful now, because Umbra is super powerful as a pack play. If you have a bunch of fates later on and use Umbra on that, it's almost impossible to stop because the Umbra just reduces shotgun damage by 50%. Flamethrowers deny that, so that might be quite useful in the mix. I'm thinking maybe that's what they're trying here, to get that, prepare for this kind of Fate mass play, since we already have 38 resources, 3 Fates are about to pop.
Yeah, and when those Fades come out on the field, it could be pretty dangerous here. However, Fades are a little bit more susceptible to shotguns now. They had their slash damage reduced by a bit. So you no longer kind of see a Fade come around the corner and just decapitate every single Marine in the room. It's definitely a 50-50 chance. I see them face each other, Shotgun Marine versus a Fade, and I'm like, coin toss. And it's very exciting to watch one of those fights now.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, we
Robotics
actually see a
Factory going
Robo.
down in Nanogrid. Anyways.
I see what Ayurus is trying to do. He's trying to play it super safe, placing turrets in Nano and East Junction, maybe in a Dome, maybe later on in Cargo. He will use turrets for base defense, drag this out long, because he knows they're in a good spot. The aliens cannot feel comfortable about dropping the Hive now. They're sitting on 70 resources, but I think they should get Umbra before getting the Hive. I mean, they're lacking one more biomass level, which they can afford with that Hive, and but they dropped the Hive. And I think this can work out really in favor for Miau here. If they just push for that, there won't be any kind of good defenses. Even with Fates, there's no Umbra to defend that.
We'll see if Flamethrower has already been out on the field. I believe Skipjack actually is the owner of that. And the big Marine push with a Flamethrower down into Cargo with that new Hive. 13% grown, 50% health.
That's exactly what I feared for the French team here. Completely overconfident with the Hive drop. Look, there's not much they can do.
Oh no!
Out. And look how fast that Hive died.
Yeah. Wow. Hive is down. They just rolled in there and just took that Hive apart.
Oh, we see a beacon.
See a beacon to go through the phase gate to save Nanogrid.
Oh yeah, and all the Marines are out of position inside Cargo. There's nothing more to kill there, so good call actually for the cost of the beacon to, well, keep control over East Junction and Dome. But even if you lose a phase gate there, it's still, I mean, not hard to replay since the traveling distance is pretty close.
Yeah, and we have 3 fades out on the field now. Dams, King Yo, and Eagle Eye. Legendary Snails sitting on just 2 harvesters. Kind of resource starved right now, I mean, versus 6 for Miau. You know, I was saying this yesterday, out of any changes you want to put in this game, this is a, you know, a resource game, and, you know, Miau is really going to be an advantage at being at so much res.
That's right, but I still have to watch out. That Fate pack can be really dangerous, especially if they get Umbra, which I really hope they will. Otherwise, that Fates will die pretty fast here. They cannot really take the engagement here.
Well, this Fade pack is now moving into Pipeline.
Oh god, those Fates are all trapped in
no.
pipe! Eagle Eye, like 5% health in the vent. Look at all the scans, they're trying to trap it. They're positioning themselves, they don't let them get out. Oh my god. The trap is closing. The trap is closing! Still one Fate, Eagle Eye in the neck, low health, trying to get out here. But he fights Rayleigh, he's missing the shot! Oh my god, Eagle Eye made it out! Oh, there's
Oh,
Ivory,
he's
takes it
down! It's down! So they do lose a Fade. Apologies, I'm rubber banding just a bit here. So if you see my monitor moving on wrong... Oh boy, damn, barely got through that! Talk about running the gauntlet with these Fades.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to watch out where you're moving. If you set yourselves behind phase gate located positions, the Marines will do their best to trap them down. You saw it already work, and that Fate was pretty lucky. It was a flamethrower, not using the pistol. Because he would die with that.
Moving into Nanogrid right now, we got 2 of Legendary Snails coming in there, just taking down Ray. They're working on that RT. We're seeing now that Naduli is on the other end, building up a sentry battery, leaving that to go and save Nanogrid. Here comes Skipjack with that flamethrower, doing massive amounts of damage. And those guys did not have a chance. That was a great Skulk barbecue that just happened in Nano.
Tasty. I want to have a Skulk barbecue myself.
Here comes the Fades.
Really the problem for them, for Snails, I think, is now they're only sitting on 2 life forms, 2 Fates. Trolene's actually getting close to another Fate, but even so, they never researched Umbra, and with 2 or 3 Fates without that engaging highly upgraded Marines, Weapon 2, Armor 2, Flamers, Shotguns, this turns really fast into a disaster. And they need to do that. I mean, any point they need to take down on phase gate locations, and they need to go into pack play.
Yeah. And they need to pack up, and I completely agree with you with the Umbra. It's so critical And I'm actually loving seeing Umbra coming out now in games. I mean, in vanilla, I almost never saw Umbra used.
That's right.
Here they come towards the dome. The dome phase gate. Oh, King Yo dies right there in cargo.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the hallway. That was a great shot. Even apparently with my rubber banding, I got that.
Oh boy, so we're down to one fate only, trolling getting close, but the Marines are in the perfect spot. They have turrets in East Junction, no turrets in the dome, but I mean they just need this one up, and the Proto is actually finished, so they will be able to get jetpacks with 6 RTs constantly. I mean, they didn't lose many at all. The whole time it looks pretty constant on the RT graph for them. They will afford quite good influx of jetpacks.
And we're seeing that the flamethrower has been lost there in Skylights. Skug picks it up.
The Marines not applying really much pressure here, just holding cargo clear, holding west clear, not really committing too much on going to Overlook or sub. You pretty much never saw a Marine, except for a Kappa and West, actually go to Overlook, but that's it. The rest is just busy recapping, defending, playing it slow, playing it safe, until all the good tech is up, the jetpacks are on the way, and then they can go into Weapon 3, Armor 3, whatever they want, and then go for the deadly and push.
You know what I've seen so far with this mod is because more tech can come out with just one command chair. I have seen already some matches where the Marines rely on that, and they just stay on one command chair. And what happens is later, kind of mid-game, the aliens just rush the power in their only base, and then ends up winning. So something to be said about just remembering that sometimes you need that second base and that second IP location. Nice skirmish there in the dome.
2 Marines in sub with the flamethrower, working on all those shells, the expensive upgrades.
Oh boy, Skipjack, everything's on fire! Here comes Legendary Snails.
Oh, he killed 2 shells.
Wow, 2 shells down, that's 40 resources that Legendary Snails cannot really afford right now, being on just one Harvester. They need to make some sort of move at this point.
Yeah, they need to clear out something. I mean, that was definitely worth the trade for the rest. I mean, they gather 7 times the amount of rest per tick right now, which is just crazy advantage in economy.
We see that pipeline CC has been claimed. Jetpacks are out, and we got already submarines with jetpacks. We got a little bit of harassment coming in Nanogrid, Eagle Eye, and Danes. King Yo taking down the RT. Here comes Miau around the corner. Oh, they just get out in time. They're just like, ah, get out of there.
They look quite scared. Yeah, they absolutely cannot take this fight, that's for sure.
Those other 2 shells went back up from Legendary Snail, so they're back up to 3. Had to invest 40 in that. Umbra, there you go, Blind.
Only like 10 minutes too late in the game.
Yeah. And Umbra has put up, they don't have a lurk right now on the field, though they do have some people with enough resources to get lurk. Oh, Umbra has been cancelled.
Yeah, just... But I have Bile Bomb. I think Bile Bomb is actually not a bad idea. I mean, if you want to come back in this kind of desperate situation, mostly it's just a Bile Bomb rush into the base. So what you could do is actually drop Gorge Tunnel right to West Skylights and Bile Bomb rush the base and hope the commander is actually not paying attention for like 1-2 seconds.
Oh, well, here we go. We see Wiry and Skipjack in system waypointing. Oh, dams! 36%! I thought he was going to get chased with those jetpacks on his heel. Here we go, 85% built. Power is built in system waypointing. There goes down an armory. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a phase gate. There it is. Phase gate is up. This is such a strong position up against a subsector hive.
No, absolutely. They're completely boxed in. I mean, once they got the system, where can aliens go?
Yeah, we got Raylo with just lobbing grenades into subsector. Skipjack with a flamethrower. Oh boy, so many advanced weapons knocking at your door.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty bad. And the whole time Trolling is trying to save up for the honors, but I doubt he will come there with just 1 or 2 harvesters until the game is over.
Yeah, and here they go. They're going to slowly push now into subsector. We see in the dome that someone tried to bile bomb. There's the good game. Miau wins. Great game for Miau.